New love cycle. It was an early morning, and the air carried a stillness that hinted at something shifting in the universe. Somewhere, a man sat awake, haunted by melodies he hadn't listened to in years. The songs echoed in his mind, carrying messages he hadn't yet deciphered, but the feeling was unmistakable. Change was coming. He wasn't looking for love, not anymore. Life had carved deep trenches into his heart, ones he had vowed would remain untouched. Love, in his world, had been a battlefield, leaving scars too painful to revisit. Yet, here he was, restless in the quiet hours, humming lyrics that spoke of second chances and unshaken devotion. Across town, unaware of the silent storm brewing in his soul, she moved through her world with an air of quiet strength. She had built her life on independence, on lessons learned the hard way, on wisdom earned through heartbreak. She had no illusions about love. She knew what it could take and what it could leave behind. Yet, she carried herself with a confidence that turned heads, a presence that demanded reverence. They had crossed paths before, their lives intersecting in ways neither had fully acknowledged. A glance too long, a conversation that lingered in memory, an energy neither could ignore. He had convinced himself that his heart was a closed door, but something about her made him hesitate. She wasn't seeking validation, wasn't bending herself to fit someone else's mold. She moved through life unburdened by the need to please, and that was where she held him captive. His past was a weight he had carried alone. A voice always in his ear, telling him how he should love, how he should live. Family had dictated his choices, tradition had shaped his beliefs, and fear had sealed his fate, until now, until her. The realization struck like lightning. He was falling. Not in the reckless way of youth, but in a slow, deliberate surrender. It terrified him. It freed him. Somewhere deep in his mind, the song played again. If you feel like loving me, a lifetime devotion, I second that emotion. The walls he had so carefully constructed were crumbling. The life he had once thought was his only option no longer fit. And for the first time in years, he wasn't afraid. Because love wasn't a chain, it wasn't a war, it was a choice. And for her, he was willing to make it. A new cycle was beginning, one where fear had no place, where past wounds became lessons, and where two souls, battered but unbroken, stood at the threshold of something real. He would take that step. He would second that emotion.